Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I am working on a Memorydex card. It's been a half a minute since I have done a Memorydex card, and I was doing one every single Monday. So I thought this Monday would be a really good time to share another one with you. And I'm going to do a fall theme, but I want to do kind of a generic fall theme, if that makes any sense. So I want to do something that everybody will have access to. So everybody has washi tape, and a lot of us have washi tape in fall colors. This one just happens to be an animal and word themed, just a brownie beige color. And I have some pattern paper. Just buy one old pattern at a thrift shop, and you've got enough pattern paper in there to kind of fall or vintage style any background that you want. So this was a child's pattern from Simplicity. I'm just going to put it on here so that the most words show. And also I have this paper pad. Feels like I've had this absolutely forever. It would be really cool. Oh, 2018 is the date. I was just going to say it would be really cool if you could find on here somewhere the date, but I think that's what that is, 2018 in that code. That might be the date, because that seems about how long ago I've had this, because I know it's like 7-8 years. So that would make sense. But this is just a paper pad, and it's called Autumn Dream, and it's probably not in stock from Recollections anymore. I got this at Michael's, of course, but there's always fall themed paper pads, and you can still buy hot buys. So I'm going to use something out of this, because I'll probably look for something in here that I can cut and use on this, of course. That's just backgrounds. And then you can just kind of do a background. You don't really need a major focal point. So if I think that I absolutely need one, I'll find something to put on here. But I'm going to try to do something that's pretty without it, if that makes sense. I hope it does. So let's start with a paintbrush, and I'm going to go to my old standby, which is Mod Podge, but maybe I won't. So I'm always saying to people, you can use white school glue in lieu of Mod Podge and all kinds of stuff. So that's what I have. I just have some Elmer's washable school glue. And I'm pretty sure this dries clear as well. I'm going to take the lid off, because like that's that's just not going to work for me. So I'm going to do it this way, because I want some glue on here. So I have my basic card covered with some of this pattern paper, and it's got this black printing on here, so it kind of looks like it's stamped already. I'm going to muddy this up with some of this walnut stain. So I'm holding this pretty flat so that it comes in and makes this messy, you know, it muddies it up. It gets it dirty because it's fall, and I kind of want this to look like fall. So another thing that you can put on is some washi tape for your background. So, I think this needs to be glued on as well. So I am going to take a little bit of glue and I'm going to wet a spot. And then I'm just going to do this so that that glue pushes out from underneath and it glues this down. And I think I need some coming up from the bottom here as well. So again, I'm just going to go back and forth like that. Grab a chunk of my washi tape. And I'm going to go up like that. So just adding a little bit of washi tape to the background. The cool thing about washi tape is I can still see the printing behind this washi tape, but I've got this cool hint of pictures and writing from the washi tape as well. So let's put a nice big piece down here. Kind of get that a little bit straight. And again, I'm just using the white glue. And I've got this color now over top of my background. And each time I do something, I'm drying it and trimming it. So the scissors that I'm using are a really inexpensive find that I got on Amazon. I was looking for some non-stick scissors that weren't going to cost me an arm and a leg, and I got a set of 4 scissors. And the blades are easy to wipe off. All my glue and stuff like that just wipes right off just with a tissue. So I'm loving them, and they were really cheap. I will link these in the description. So I still want a little book page on here, just a little. I'm just gonna rip a couple of just different little shapes, and I've got a little sheet music as well, just a tiny little bit. So I think I'm going to put my sheet music this way here, because I don't seem to have a whole bunch happening in this corner. And just a little book page on this edge. I'm not putting too much. I don't want to cover over the whole background. And then a little tiny bit. Tearing off anything that doesn't have a lot of words on it. I'm going to put a little tiny bit down here as well. So I have this fairly busy background happening. There. Let's reintroduce a little bit of this to the edges that don't have it now. So that is a collaged background that will work for just about anything. So I'm going to go to my paper pad now, and I'm going to start looking for something. So this is all backgrounds, but some of these backgrounds have some images on them. Oh, I was hoping some of these backgrounds would have some images on them. This is fairly cool. It says, "Hello, Autumn, apple pie, big sweaters, and campfires." I gotta consider that for my sentiment. Well, I'm gonna go back to that script page. And I like this with all of these words in this kind of orangey pink fall color. I'm not even going to trust myself to cut this in a straight line. I'm just going to grab my paper trimmer because this is just going to be so much easier. I'm going to line that up where I want my cut. And I've left just that little edge of gold on there. And I have all of these words on here. So it says pumpkins, candles, fuzzy socks, flannel and tea, apple pie, big sweaters, campfires, and boots. And I'm going to make a cut through every one of these dots that divides these words. Before I put these words on, now I think I might want some more color on here. I've got this poppy red Inktense pencil, and I've got this yellow Inktense pencil, and I'm wondering if I can do something with the red and the yellow and a little bit of water. I've got some water on a sheet of plastic here. So red and yellow makes orange. I've got a brush. I'm going to get some water on it. I'm going to start with my yellow. I'm going to start at the top here. And I'm just going to work my way down like this. And I'm going to go over halfway. I'm not going to go all the way over to that edge. I'm going to leave that brown. But I'm going to go over halfway with this. Then I'm going to start adding this. Oh, wow, that's interesting. And this is poppy red. I'm going to start in this corner and work my way right up into that yellow. Now remember, this isn't working the same way that it usually would work because there's a lot of white glue on the surface of this. And I didn't add gesso to this. I'm trying to do it for somebody that doesn't have a whole ton of art supplies. So you could do this with just watercolor. If you had a red and a yellow watercolor pencil or just a watercolor palette, you could do the same thing. Just run your colors together. And don't forget to recut your holes. I'm going to do that now. And I do have a Memorydex Punch from Heidi Swap. These are still available on Amazon, I believe. I'll look for it, and if I can find it, I'll put the link there. but you don't have to have this. You can simply use an ordinary hole punch and your scissors to make these. There are gazillions of videos out there to show how to make a Memorydex template. So I have this. Now I'm going to start adding my words to it. So fuzzy socks, pumpkins, big sweaters, flannel and tee, I'm going to put boots on here. Sometimes I can't wait to get out my boots just so I can wear them again. I'm going to put boots here. I'm going to put campfires on here. And I'm going to put apple pie on here. I'm just trying to get these all nice and straight when I look at it straight on. There. So I have all my major words on here for fall. And I absolutely love that. Now, just as a little something, I think I got these from Temu. I have these flowers, and I have this dark peachy color, this light pink color, and let me see, I have this mustard color that goes with this really well. Let's see what I can do. I might want another pink one and another kind of darker pink one. So I don't want to put the blue on here because it's not in my color theme. So I'm thinking a flower, and a flower at the top here. Kind of hanging off, and then the same thing down here. 3 flowers kind of down in this corner. Just don't cover your holes up because these will be hard to cut out if you do. So I'm going to put my flowers on here. And I'm going to glue them with the white glue. I'm going to put them on in such a way that I can still see that word. I don't want to cover it over because this is all about the words. These pinks, the red is a little bit off, but the pinks kind of go with that. The mustard yellow goes with that. I'm kind of liking the way that this turned out for using very few craft items. So the challenge that I set myself to make this Memorydex card was to use very few craft items and to only use what somebody might have on hand. You could just take some colored paper, That way you get to use whatever color you want. You could use your Sharpie pen, write some words on, put them on here. Add a little bit of embellishment. It doesn't have to be these flowers. These flowers I used because I got them off of Temu for like $1.67 or something for that whole little container. So something that is obtainable for someone on a really tight budget. And you've always got some old book page, some music page, some pattern paper. All those things can be found for next to nothing at a thrift store. You can see it all in here. You can see the pattern paper. You can see the words. You can see the music. You can see everything in here. Add a little color. Your color can be a cheap kid's watercolor palette. Just put it on. I'm going to just take my ink right there because I somehow banged that corner up a little bit. And I've got that all outlined again. So it's not bad for what it is. I absolutely love this. Absolutely love it. So the only thing that I do with my Memorydex cards that I'm making for my collection box, my storage box for them, I just write the date on the back. So I'm doing this on Sunday. I'll post it tomorrow, so it'll be a Memorydex Monday video. So thanks for watching, everybody. I really do appreciate it. Give the video a like if you enjoyed this. By all means, comment and let me know what you think of just using really cheap supplies. And this is absolutely a beginner project. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would love if you did that before you left. Come back, see what I'm up to next. I'll see everyone in the next video. Until then, bye-bye for now, everyone. Have a wonderful day.